Things cost more. Gas, groceries. It seems like every company is using this opportunity to raise their prices. Supply chain. So it's no surprise that our staff, our employees, especially our therapists, want and need more money. But what I hear is, private practice owners saying that, I can't afford that. I can't compete with these other companies that are paying all this money. And the answer is yes, you can't compete. You don't want to try to compete with some of these companies that have just ridiculously deep pockets. But what you can do is you can first understand, what is that therapist worth to you? In other words, if you're going to pay them $80,000, what is that person worth to you in your clinic? My recommendation is that person should be worth at least 3 times what you pay them, not including benefits and all that kind of stuff. So if it's $80,000 you pay them, then ideally you want $240,000 back in revenue. The reason why is because the other money will be going to the other staff, the other overhead, rent, everything else, plus a decent amount of profit. And I've done, literally hundreds and hundreds of profit analysis, looking at people's metrics, looking at business owners' numbers. And time again, I see that utilization is the #1 key factor that practices are not making more money, not generating more revenue. So if you're making decisions based on what you can afford, and let's say your utilization is at 68%, meaning if you could see 100 visits a week, you're only seeing 68 of them, of course you can't afford to hire someone and pay them more money. But what if that number goes to 80 or 85%? All of a sudden you start to realize that, you know what? I could afford to pay my staff $3,000 more, $5,000 more. I could afford to give them a few days more vacation. Here's the thing. We don't have the option anymore of trying to get people cheap. We can't do that anymore. We have to learn how to run a more profitable, efficient business. And when we do, you will not only have considerable money to fairly pay your staff, which makes it easier to attract them, more, easier to retain them, which you know how expensive it is if you lose a key staff person, but also there's still money left over for you. And you have to make money. You have to be profitable. You have to make sure that what you're doing isn't just pulling on the heartstrings, but it's worth it to you. It's worth it for your family and your future. And, what I would recommend right now is look at your utilization. Look at your cancellations. Look at how you are collecting money. If your utilization isn't at least 80, 85%, if your cancellations are not at least 10% or below, and if you're not collecting the bulk of your money well inside of 30 days, then you are losing way too much. And if that's the case, unfortunately, you're gonna fall behind in the ability to hire and retain good people. So there are a couple strategies. If you wanna know more, if you wanna see where you are, where do you stand right now? What does your profitability look like? What are some of the things you can do? Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. We can do it. We can do a quick, analysis of that. Just set up a discovery call or reach out to me by email, and happy to help you to see what you can do. So anyways, Jamey Schrier, hope this helps. Leave your comments. Love seeing them. Until next time.